Ladies and gentlemen, it is another dark day in the Republic of Tanzania. Today marks the third day in Tanzania's darkest moment. The protests are ongoing in Tanzania, and from the clips I'm just receiving from Tanzania is that the protesters today are so determined, and in fact they are saying, according to the clips, they are marching to State House to eject one Suluhu Hassan. Yesterday, part 1, Tanzania held a general election where Mama Suluhu Hassan was competing against Samia. So Suluhu Hassan, in short, was competing against herself. And according to results, which is being triggered by the Electoral Commission of Tanzania, indicates that Suluhu Hassan is leading with a landslide. She is expected to be announced the winner of that election. What is going to happen is going to shock you, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to say this before I give you the details about what's happening in Tanzania. There is no way one can lead a country in which citizens are against that individual. Huwezi ongoza taifa na udikteta. Hapana. Wananchi wamekataa udikteta. Tanzania, that is why sometimes I admire hata kama kuna shida huko na kule katika taifa la Kenya, I admire the high level of democracy in that nation. As in, people have freedom of expression. They have freedom. Journalists wako na freedom. See, taifa la Tanzania, for example, where nobody has got freedom. Journalists wanaogopa.
Why am I not covering the election in Tanzania and the aftermath, and I'm all the way out here in Las Vegas? The simple reason is that Tanzania does not like independent, critical reporting. To operate in the country as a foreigner, I need media accreditation, so essentially permission from the government. And historically, Tanzania does not issue these permits. It used to be a problem even under President Magufuli. It has not gotten better under President Samia Suluhu Hassan. Could I go as a tourist because I don't need a visa as a Kenyan? Yes, but I'm not allowed to report in that status. I would be in violation of the law. I could be arrested, deported, or worse. And we know what Tanzania does to people they don't like. Even Tanzanian journalists find it hard to operate. They are harassed, they're intimidated, they're beaten up, they are arrested, and sometimes they're disappeared. Even for this election, there are Tanzanian journalists in the country who are not accredited to report. And I know many foreign reporters who applied for accreditation and they were rejected or they just did not hear back.
Wasanii wanaimba mtu mmoja, wanasifu tu Mama Suluhu pekee. Niambie, msanii gani ana? Ukiangalia Simba, ukiangalia Chui, ukiangalia kina Tembo, wote wanaimba Mama Suluhu Hassan. Nobody has got freedom. Na siwa blame wakimba mtu mwingine different, wenda wakazipata babaya. So what is happening in Tanzania is something I need everybody in or outside Tanzania to learn. One, Suluhu Hassan anataka kujiweka kwa watu kilazima. This is what is going to happen. One, if the clips I've received from Tanzania is something to go by, then expect this. Our wananchi, they will march to State House. Two, if they succeed, if the government is not going to employ excessive use of force, then expect Suluhu Hassan to flee outside the country. Because from also the clips I've watched is that I've seen some of the military members are with the people. They are singing Suluhu must go. Mama Suluhu lazima aende. They are singing that song. They are with people. They are pro people. It's only that maska wanatumiwa na the government ili kuonekana ya kwamba wana go against the people. But finally, I think the will of the people must prevail. And if the will of the people will prevail, then it's a lesson not only to Tanzanians but to African nations. So I've seen from yesterday vituo mpaka vya polisi vinachomwa. Who thought that Tanzania wataenda into this extent? Who thought that Tanzania wanaweza amuka asubuhi moja waanze kuandamana kwa vujo, waanze kuingia kwa barabara watu wengi, they burn everything, looting everything, mpaka wanaingia kwa polisi. I remember some days back, some weeks back, the Tanzania president Suluhu Hassan akikejeli wa Kenya eti watu wa Kenya tu wanajua wameharibu kwao. Ona kwao venye kuko. Si yeye sasa ameban country yake yeye mwenyewe, a woman, vile tulikuwa tunaheshimu wamama, wanawake. Now ameset a very bad example to women. Sometimes wakati tunasoma, unajua sometimes we learn from history. Kama this is the first woman among the first women ambayo amepewa madaraka, and this is how she's behaving. Sometimes tunaweza kosa trust kwa wanawake because tumeona an example of this one. This hata amekuwa worse than mwanaume. Yeye ameset example to women leadership, na this is quite unfortunate, but I'm taking this opportunity to pray kwa taifa la Tanzania, mudumishe amani, peace, 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 tafadhali, because without peace hakuna kitu kitaendelea. But they say peace does not mean the absence of war. Peace, even democracy, kuchaguana kwa amani, kushindana kwa amani. In fact, Mama Suluhu Hassan has opportunity. Watu iba hata kura, rigging in happen. Clever, there's a way ange conduct hii election with a clever mindset. Angekuwa mtu mwenye akili, angeiba tu. Huku na huku, kuchanganya watu na huku, hii ni kuiba mchana wazi. Hii sasa ndio ile kuiba na kifua, mpaka taifa zote, mataifa mingi nje ya taifa la Tanzania wanaona. But anyway, we are in Africa. Africa is our business. But this stupidity must end. In 2025, my dear brothers and sisters from Tanzania and outside Tanzania, this is 2025. And I've seen that it is not going to be the same always. It is not going to be business as usual. No. Watu sasa wamechanuka. Kama ni hii Tanzania imechanuka hivi, imagine mataifa ingine. Kama hii ni Tanzania yenye ilikuwa imekaliwa, imeanza kuchanuka hivi. You can't tell me that you can boss yourself to lead the people. Shame on you. Anyway, I'm going to monitor very closely to see how things are going to escalate in the Republic of Tanzania. Ladies and gentlemen, see you in the next episode. My name is Hesie, born